Hello, my name is Monique, and this is Alexis, and we are with Vive Realty in Abbotsford.
And we're here with our February 2025 market update, where we're going to talk about what happened last month in January.
All right.
Let's do it.
Detached sales, we have seen a 0% change since last year.
Okay, same amount.
Same amount.
So there has been sales, just not an increase or decrease. Okay.
It has decreased by 12.2% from what it was doing last month, which I'm actually surprised because normally in December we see more. But anyways, that's okay.
You'll see that trend of, going against historical norms throughout this stat update. Yeah.
Stay
tuned.
New listings have increased by 85.4% from what they were doing this time last year.
All right. That's a big jump.
In the last month, they have increased by 187%.
Wow. So that's huge.
A lot of new listings on the market.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder what attached homes are like. But first, let's talk about price.
Okay, so we did have someone comment they were looking at, they were curious to know what median price for homes in Abbotsford were.
Yeah.
So we thought we would include that this month and see what you think if you would like to know median price versus the average price.
Absolutely. Let us know if you like this better we're giving both options.
Yeah. Median price. Force of habit. Median price has increased by 1.7% from what it was doing at this time last year. Mm-hmm. It has decreased by 0.6% from what it was doing last month.
That's right. So
the new average,
the new median price for January was $1,136,000.
Wonder if I'll make this mistake on everyone.
All right, average price.
Average price has also increased by 1.7% from what it was from this time last year.
Okay.
But it's also decreased by 4.8% from last month.
Okay, and our average price for January was $1,195,000. So there's a bit of a difference there. Yeah. Townhouses, they have had a decrease in sales by 43.8% since last year. So that's a pretty decent amount, as well as 53.8% a decrease since last month. New listings, though, have gone up by 82.2% since last year and a whopping 173% since last month.
Wow.
So, we're seeing a trend here.
What's the median?
What's the median price for, it's gone up since last year by 5.1%. Has also gone up since last month by 5.5%.
Okay.
So our median now.
Our new median is $696,000.
Right. Okay. So then the average price has gone up since last year by 4.6% and 7.5% since last month, making it
$685,000. Yeah. So the numbers aren't too terribly different.
Right. For this month anyway.
Yeah. Condos. Sales have decreased by 2.3% from last year. Okay. And they've also decreased by 29.5% from last month. So, just a little slowdown.
Seeing the trend now.
Yeah. New listings have increased since last year by 43%, and they have increased by 146% from last month.
So another huge increase.
Those are really big jumps.
It's really big jumps. Now for median price,
thank you for the reminder. It has actually dropped by 5.9% from what it was doing at this time last year.
Okay, our only drop.
They've also dropped since last month by 0.7%.
You're right.
So our new median price is
$432,000.
Okay. The average price has increased by 3.9% from last year and up 4.1% from last month.
All right.
So what's our new average price?
$464,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully that puts things into perspective. We love hearing your guys' feedback and suggestions, and so we're happy to implement them.
Yeah. Sales to active listing ratio.
Yes. So it has also had a jump down. So for Abbotsford, it was 13.9% for January, which is much lower than December at 24.2%. In comparison,
that's a really big jump.
It is a big jump. Absolutely.
You're trying to glaze over that.
I know. Let's discuss that. Fraser Valley has also decreased. They're 13%.
Okay.
Whereas in December, they were 18.1%. So it's a decrease, not as dramatic as Abbotsford, but but technically still balanced. You guys remember that a balanced market is anywhere between 12 and 20%. So we are on the lower end of a balanced market. I'm very curious to see how these new listings that have surged in January will play out in the next couple months. Last fall, we had a bit of a surge of listings, and then the next month they were all, they were followed up with a big surge in sales. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen here as well, or if maybe the pulse of the market will go down lower past 12% into a buyer's market. There might be some buyer opportunities out there in the next couple months. We don't know for sure. What do you guys think? We'd love to hear your thoughts about that. But in general, we feel like January's numbers are definitely out of historical norms.
Yeah, so normally, and all of our years of doing this, we see that there's a slow ramp up of listings that hit the market as we approach the spring market. And it just seems like everyone hit their New Year's resolution to list their home. And as soon as January came in, you guys were efficient.
Yes. It seems like it all happened in January instead of, over the next couple months.
So it is really interesting to see how that affects the market.
Absolutely. And we want to know your thoughts about why potentially there were so many new listings in January.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, because there's never one right or wrong answer. We can only, conjecture.
All into the stew
at this point. Bank of Canada. Yes. So they met at the end of January, and they did drop it another quarter point to 3% even.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are not going to have a meeting in February.
No. It's a very short month.
It's a short month, but they are going to have their next meeting on March 12th. So nobody really knows what they're going to do. There are whispers of obviously them keeping it. And most people think that they're also going to drop it.
Another one. Yes. Yeah.
It would be very surprising if we saw an increase.
That's right. Or a drop by more than a quarter point.
Yeah.
So
they seem to feel like they're on the right path right now. So,
and just to remind you, drops in the overnight rate don't really affect fixed mortgages, more variable mortgages, or maybe HELOCs, home equity line of credit. So if you have a fixed mortgage, this number doesn't really matter much to you. I want to talk about, because it's been about 5 years since kind of the first initial surge of sales around COVID, and prices, skyrocketed in 2020, 2021. Now people are going to start to refinance after their 5-year term. And I kind of want to give everybody a little bit of a hope, because if we are seeing such a decrease in sales, that means there's a decrease in mortgage applications. And that means banks and mortgage companies are probably going to try to stay competitive to get your business. And that means, competitive interest rates. Yeah. So just food for thought. I'd love to know your thoughts about that too. I'm also not a mortgage expert, so definitely talk to your mortgage broker about this. But this is kind of what we've been talking about with other agents and, other people in the industry. So,
well, and it's been about 3 years since the rates really started to skyrocket as well. Exactly. So you're right. 5 years ago was when sales were insane.
And because interest rates were sub 2%.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
They had a good 2 years of those low rates. And then everything kind of came crashing.
That's right.
As the rates jumped very high, very fast.
Absolutely.
So we are seeing them decrease, which means that a few of you might be looking to renew your mortgage.
Absolutely.
Even at lower rates. So it's definitely worth talking to your financial provider about.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a show. We love talking about this. If you want, some real estate advice and maybe want a little bit more of a deleted analysis about your home or your neighborhood, definitely contact us. We can give you that anytime.
We'd love to. All right. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please feel free to subscribe, share, or comment. Let us know if you like the median price or if that was maybe a little bit too much information for you. Thanks so much.
See you next time.
Bye.